Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you America's top foundational health coach, Dr. Joe D.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Jody Bear, and it is my distinct honor and privilege to come to you on this special and momentous Life's Milkshake moment. For those of you that don't know me, well, I am known now after our filming of the Frequency of Miracles. I came away, and the co-producers of the film and my fellow professionals say, you truly are the world renowned professional health coach. And I said, that's fine. I can be world renowned because we do have a message that is world renowned. And it's a message that we do need to get out in the world, not only for you, but for others. And it is actually because of our guest here tonight. I've been a health coach and holistic healer for over 47 years. Knowing that in that time when I had my practice before I retired, so to speak, I had the privilege to take over 35,000 of my client patients through the weight loss journey, because everything you're going to hear tonight, transformation is an inside job. And the transformation that can happen with you, you'll see and hear and feel as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I can truly say to you that then when I unretired, I didn't know that there was another chapter in my life, but COVID hit. And my husband said to me, Jody, just how much yoga are you going to do? So I brushed off, and I had all sorts of reasons not for starting, but I did it anyway. I had no website. I had no real TV experience, no working online, and all was what we ended up doing. As Les Brown says, I went from brick and mortar to click and order. And I've had the privilege of meeting women and men and client patients and collaborating with some of those amazing people all over planet Earth. I'm so grateful that I looked at my husband and we said, just how much yoga are you going to do? I'm going, he's right. So when you hear the absolute message of what I say is an integrative medical doctor here who is just one heck of a professional and an empowered woman. You'll see what I hear. Just take her advice, just like I did my husband. Just how much yoga are you going to do? I took his advice. Take her advice, because your future self will thank you, because your present self has said yes. So what does all this have to do with everything? Everything is about you, your choices, and all 6 pillars of health: spiritual. Then it comes to mental, emotional. Then we go to your physical body, winding up with financial, and then social. We're going to take a review today, just what has happened since we've been together with the Essence of a Woman. It's now almost 8 weeks. We are still number 75,899 in Kindle books. There have been over 4 billion books that are in Kindle. You see, I've got our author marked here today. But this book is staying and remaining strong because people are taking the advice. And people are going to want to take the advice of the one and only Niti Solomon today. She is an empowered woman. She was an author in The Essence of a Woman. We're going to talk about that. But way before this, back to her Thailandese roots. She is the epitome of what Les Brown says. It's possible to do what only you can do. Just know that I'm possible, it's possible, but you're possible too. Niti is going to share with you her story, her tips, and many, many other things that you'll absolutely be so empowered to do in just a moment. But we're going to take a break with one of our amazing, amazing sponsors. New Hope Regeneration. They're a proud sponsor of Health-A-Pedia. They did for our whole summit. And Kevin Lucas and his team have a one-of-a-kind stem cell that I truly can say brought me back pain-free. Actually, 18 months later, after having, it was more than 18 years, 42 years after I came out of paralysis from the shoulders on down. I had constant neck pain. So if you are a part of this, I have chronic pain, I have a debilitating disease, just remember the body put in the right condition can heal itself. But these stem cells are second to none. Kevin's main office is in Pensacola, Florida, but he has 19 offices throughout the country. So take a look, take a listen, and just feel the energy of New Hope Regeneration.
Hope and restoration really are ingrained in us. We're designed. It's literally in our DNA. The ability to have the body heal and have the mind and the soul, all these things are important. But what I believe my path is, and the way that I help people with that process, is that I specialize in the physiological aspect. So for 20 years in my private practice as a board certified structural integrator, I thought I was helping people restore their bodies, but I realized I was helping them manage their decline. The restoration of families is significant. I can't tell you how many times I would have a mom in tears in my office because she couldn't get on the floor and play with her kids. I would have a dad who couldn't go on a hike or throw a ball with his son or his daughter. It's really, when you ask people, what's the biggest problem here? My back pain hurts. Okay, if you didn't have back pain, what would you do? Then we get the list of, my wife and I could go on a motorcycle ride. We could go camping. I could go play soccer with my son. I could, whatever it happens to be. Now we're in a situation where a person can receive these amazing infinity cells. The body can use those cells for what it knows it needs to do. Our clients are able to receive the most simple thing that I have ever seen in all of healthcare, and they're able to get their life back at a level that many people would say was impossible. And quite frankly, until 5 years ago, I would have also told you that was impossible because we never see it. And now we see it all over the country, hundreds of times a day, thousands of times a year. And now I've observed this process over 125,000 times. I just almost don't have words to know, after I've seen it so many times, what kind of hope people can get back in their lives. If we can help your body do what it's naturally designed to do, which is to regenerate and restore and heal, you can then begin to do so many other things that you didn't think you were ever going to be able to do. And that really is why, I'm so obsessed with what we're doing.
None. Kevin is just an amazing professional, amazing dad, amazing family man, and he can do amazing things with your health. Just remember, the body is put in the right condition. It can and will heal itself. So I'm just going to say, take a moment, get your pad and paper. You will feel the absolute, like these infinity cells, the infinity, just the infinite to infinity, I believe, energy of Dr. Niti Solomon. It's kind of like that friend of a friend of a friend brings you into this world and shares something that you'll never forget. And sometimes it's something, sometimes it's a someone. I remember exactly where I was sitting in my chair, which was my mother's chair. And I felt just such a grounding and legacy when we talked. It was such a soulful chat. Can you imagine this soulful chat in a 200-page book, but also a complimentary companion book? That's what Dr. Niti Solomon has shared, and she will be sharing next month, January 11th, 2025. But before we do this, and she'll be back when we do her book launch, she'll be an international bestseller. She'll be everything. But we want to hear and experience the woman, the professional. Dr. Niti Solomon is a holistic health and a double board certified physician who overcame chronic health condition, igniting her passion for assisting women, and I'm sure a few enlightened men along the way, to achieve their well-being with grace and ease. The well-being is her passion. It's her life. It's her life story. But more than anything, she is like that, those infinity cells that Kevin Lucas was talking about, and doing this infinite thing for humanity. And it's a great pleasure. I welcome to our stage, soon to be best-selling solo author, Dr. Niti Solomon, to the stage. Welcome, Dr. Niti.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jody.
I mean, truly, truly. And talking about, if you hear a little background noise or what have you, let me tell you something. Dr. Niti is there in the clinic right now. She's just one that does it all. So congratulations on just wearing those many hats, serving humanity, but just serving us with your love and light.
Thank you for having me here. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just want to go back. I mean, I said when we were doing our Essence of a Woman book, we had those ethnic backgrounds, and you just reminded me of Mulan, some kind of a princess, an Asian princess. And that's what you look like. By the way, you need to wear that top all the time. It matches your book cover. It's just beautiful. It just matches. But just take us back to your story of growing up in Thailand.
Well, I grew up in a middle-class family in Thailand, and not that exciting, I think, but I learned a few, the East meets West kind of thing, because in Asia, we do more of a certain health care, and my family, mostly they from the ancestor from China. So we learn a little bit about Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and all that things back in when I was a little kid. So that kind of helped me when I came here, I think, to have more open-minded about having integrative, holistic experience and knowledge.
Well, and I know that you said when you came here, and I will be touching that, but I just want to say it right now. I mean, there are people that really want to write their own solo book, but this isn't your first language. Thai is your first language. And for you to write your own solo book in English, that is just phenomenal. So I just want you to take a curtain call and a bow on that one right here and right now. Okay. Congratulations, Dr. Niti.
Thank you.
It just shows your tenacity, your perseverance. And I mean, I think that I know that you said one time that you were just, coming over here. What was it? Being an immigrant and trying to find your own way, your culture, practices, and not only your plan for your life.
It's kind of took me by surprise. I didn't plan to come here originally. I was doing okay in Thailand. I didn't think why I have to leave, but circumstance happened that end up, I feel like I need to have a better choice to get training done. And luckily I got matched at University of Florida. So go Gator. And
I did not. Oh, no, stop. Come on now. I did not know. That's why we connected so well when Renee Brown introduced us. I didn't know you were part Florida Gator. There you go. Now that's
the residency, University of Florida, Jacksonville. And also it was a culture shock too. I was pretty much, it was not easy for me to adapt into the American culture and the food. I remember the first week I arrived here, I did not enjoy anything. Everything was too sweet for me. And now I'm used to it. Can you imagine how much more salt Americans eat more than other places?
And as long as it's Himalayan sea salt, it's all good. Yes.
No, so, first I came to California. Yeah.
What was that? You were kind of in and out. Try that again, dear.
First, when I came, I was in San Diego. So the food was salty there too. And it just, I think in general, we Americans eat more salt and sugar than other countries on average.
Absolutely. And then Jacksonville is so close to being that down home Southern cooking. They're just Georgia South. So I get it. I get it. So how old were you when you came over here, Dr. Niti?
26.
So your whole, childhood and truly you were acculturated that. So what you just came over here is, okay, I need to become an MD. Yes. What was that?
I say I'm forever 29. Okay. So it's only been 3 years.
Forever 29. I'm going to adopt that. Okay. I'll just say forever 50. That's fine with me too, But as far as going ahead, then you come over here at age 26. You'd obviously gone to formal education in Thailand. And what was that? What prepared you for med school here?
Well, in Thailand, luckily, my medical school actually is the oldest medical school in Thailand. And in Thailand, in order to get to medical school for the government one, is not easy. It's very competitive. And we learn the technical terms all in English. So that's make it easy. There's no translation. We use the same technical terms.
Well, see, the universe was just preparing this for you as well. And so you'd already kind of had that path of going into medical school. So when you hear, I said, I'm going for it. Is that right?
Yeah. And because I had a friend from China that told me everything in Chinese medical school, they translate even the enzyme name into the Chinese name, but we didn't translate. In Thailand, we use the English word, just like the name here. We don't translate that into Thai.
You were just made to be made in America. So what, I think that I know that you had a turning point, and let's just touch on this a little bit before our next commercial break, because this was really, really big. I mean, it seems like I know myself when my turning point was certainly being paralyzed from the shoulders on down. Boy, that's a real wake-up call. And I said it was a real mental mindset. But you had your own turning point from a chronic disease. So tell us that journey of how, what was it, and were you in medical school? How old were you? I really want to hear the whole story. We've been so busy putting your book together, I've never known what it is.
I think the worst part, when I was doing GI nutrition fellowship at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas, it was one of the most strenuous training I did. First year I was on call every other day. So I was didn't even have time to eat or sleep properly. And I was eating these wheat crackers from the hospital floor that they were giving to patients. And I have these really bad allergies. And it's been ongoing. And, I thought I'd just take some allergies pill. And finally, it got so bad, I had to have a septum surgery. So 2008, I was in this very midlife crisis, so to speak. I was on several pills for all ills, the allergy medicine, the reflux medication, and then had the septum surgery. And then I went to a holistic lecture at one of the naturopathic holistic clinic. And I decided I want to change the diet, because they were advocating for this diet that I'm just curious what it's about. And little did I know that it has something to do with my symptoms. So within 3 days, I have no symptoms. So I woke up the third day, grasping for air, realizing that I had no symptom. I wasn't congested. My reflux was gone. And I knew that it was the food and my lifestyle that caused all these problems. And I did not know that before. It took me by surprise and made me feel kind of not very smart, that I didn't know all of this, despite being trained in, not only pediatric medical school and also GI nutrition fellowship. And I was board certified in that too, by the way.
But just because you don't know what you don't know until you know. And that is just, that's just classic everything. So I'm not surprised how I just want to know one thing. And I want you to expound on this one after our commercial break here, is just how long did you have these symptoms?
For 4 or 5 years.
And it was 3 days. So let's pick it up here. Our next commercial.
Working with Karen for me has been invigorating. It has brought new joy and confidence in my abilities and confidence in sharing that with other people.
Karen Rudolph helps people break free from negative thought patterns and self-talk that keep them stuck. By becoming more aware of how we communicate with ourselves and others, we can let go of what holds us back. Much of this negativity stems from past experiences. When we heal those wounds, we can transform our thoughts, feelings, and even our physical health. Our bodies constantly send us signals, and by tuning into them, we can enhance our well-being. It's all about learning to talk to yourself in a kinder way, allowing you to show up more confidently in the world.
It's all about being free, being fearless within our authentic selves. And that's exactly who and what I do for my clients. So if you are interested in having a little bit of that, reach out.
Well, reach out. Karen Rudolph is also multiple best-selling author, was in our Essence of a Woman book, and just a real solution. I guess, Niti, I got so excited about sharing her information, I just clicked right on this. But let's go back to here. This is something to explore here. Here it was years that you had these symptoms, and then 3 days, just showing that real holistic health, foundational health, as I call it, truly is. It's the why. It's the why. When you find out the why, then you can do the what. I mean, how did you feel when you, gosh, this is gone?
Yeah, it's like having a new life. And actually, after saying that, I just realized I have symptoms longer than that. I just wasn't on medication until I had it bad enough, So I was on medication for 4 or 5 years, but I have symptoms closer to 10 years. And so when it's really, really bad, that's when I put the pill and then go to surgery and all that. And it made me feel like I have a new life, like a rebirth. And then the new doctor was born. I'm not the same doctor that I used to be anymore. I took the study with holistic medicine, got the board certification of ABIHM, American Board of Integrative Holistic Medicine in 2009. And I never practiced the same way since.
Well, because you had that revelation, you had that Red Sea parting with your own health. As I think every holistic doctor practitioner has had that their own journey. And he said there's just a different way, maybe not better, but you just are proof that the body put in the right condition can and will heal itself. Surgeries, therapies, even holistic herbs and everything, but it's the body that will be the turning point. And I just wanted you to share the day in the life of Dr. Niti Solomon. You found a better way. So what is your daily routine? I always say, Dr. Niti, is that your personal health success is found in your daily routine. And you've got a great one. Please share.
And that's why I also add, the chapter 3, Body of Wisdom in Naked Health book that's going to be released in January, because of how I realized how important and how intelligent our bodies are. My daily routine start with when I woke up, first thing I do is meditate every morning. I'm a pranic healer, energy healer. So we do this thing called meditation from Master Chow Kok Sui called Twin Hearts meditation. So I do that meditation in the morning and before starting my day. And then after doing all the self-care, I blend the celery, just celery and water to drink celery juice every morning. And most of the time I have salad for lunch, sometimes dinner as well. And yeah, and then I snack on like dark chocolate, almonds. But I do have a little weakness for pastry. But I'm gluten-free. So I'm careful with what I eat. I have been gluten-free since that, 8 years ago that I went through this, actually 12 years ago since I went through this health crisis. And I've been very, very careful with my diet, non-GMOs, that's what I eat. And that has helped me maintain my healthy and well-being, healthy lifestyle and well-being is very important to me. And
Yes,
I
it's
exercise regularly. I exercise at least 3-4 times a week.
Yes, and I love this part. You said, and I watch funny shows because humor is everything. It's a de-stressor, laughter. Animals don't laugh, but we do. I love that little thing that you shared there. But it's so, and with everything you do, and I just want to have a big shout out to Renee Brown. It's always someone who comes into your life that changes you for the rest of your life, and that's Renee Brown because we talked about when we were doing the Essence of Woman. Here's our second book, and I said I became Daisy, and I called her Minnie Mouse because Minnie has this little bun on the top of her head. She just looked like little Minnie Mouse, and just her heart-centered way. And I know that she's such a big part of your BFF personal life. But I remember when she called me, she said, "Oh, Dr. Niti must be in our Essence of a Woman a book." And I'm going, and when you were talking about your life and you're single and you've got you've got a family and you've got this and that, but you found the time. Why did you say yes, Dr. Niti, to becoming a part of this Essence of a Woman project?
Because it's such an empowering piece, that's why I wrote Naked Health book too, because I feel like once and I experienced this firsthand myself, and also when I implement what I utilize in the clinic or when I encounter other people when they're ill, when they are empowered, people can do anything. And so I know this book is a profound the initiative from Dr. Jody Bear and the team to create this piece for empowering women to be in their own power, to be their best.
Yes, and here you are, Miss Best, in the spiritual pillar, in the divine feminine essence. So we're going to talk about that just in a minute. But I love your quote: "Spirits always seek joy and ways to express love." I mean, you had every reason. I just want to give you a curtain call on this. You had every reason to say no because I had this and he said, "You mean to tell me that I can become a best-selling author?" Well, here is your review that you can be with us on this slide. Here we did this. We did this in multiple categories. Look at this. You said, I remember you said to me, Dr. Niti, "You mean I can become a best-selling author?" Well, several times over. Our promotional rankings were outstanding, just off the charts. Many people know that we sold out of our book on the Essence of a Woman, the inventory and Amazon in 3 hours. I know we're going to do the same thing with your book as well, but our hot new releases. But this is the staying power of this message and why this is so important, that I just wanted to say that we were able over and over, and it just and over and over and over and over again, thanks to the amazing Michael Bees. You talk about the team, your beautiful cover, and then we're going to get in the last portion of our TV show into your masterpiece, your wonderful. I can just say I'm honored to just be that part of your coach, to get things in place for you. My desire is to take the best to make them better. My why is better way. So it's always going to be one step more and one step more, because you just fit in to that category. But Dr. Niti, what was it like to experience the Essence of a Woman, being a multiple time best-selling author in 4 different platforms, not only Amazon, Kobo, but Barnes & Noble and Wall Street Journal / C-Suite? What was that like for you?
Oh, I'm very proud and I'm very honored to be a part. And the team, like the person that designed the cover copy of Essence of a Woman and my book, Kathy Strauss, she's like extraordinary. She's like out of this world, so talented. So I met several people and connect through this project with Dr. Jody, that several very honorable and talented, and really I'm just so excited to be a part of this.
Well, and frankly, Dr. Niti, you you fit right into that category of strong, phenomenal women. And don't worry, Manny said, "Well, whatever happened to us?" Well, let me tell you something. Our next book will be starting after we do an anthology for the frequency of miracles. through Health-A-Pedia, but our next project will be definitely one that you can remember. You can go ahead and scan this code, get your copy. But if you want to go ahead and get your autographed signed copy, well, you can just go to drjodi.com. You can go to Dr. Niti, which is DOCTOR, get your copy, and maybe she'll just send it to me and we can get both of us. Okay. But I can truly say that you were just the right person in that spiritual pillar. And this has so much to do with naked health. And we're just going to give people a little bit of taste, then get the excitement. You can go and actually purchase, speaking of which, you can actually purchase a copy of her wonderful, wonderful book and get your a signed copy as soon as we're out, probably within 4 weeks after the book launch in January 11th. But it will come to you and be signed by her as well. So it's an honor to be able to sign a book. I can just tell you, when we were on set, Dr. Niti, I was able to give Dr. Khalila Camacho Ali her book. I signed it in the front, and then Dr. Jim signed it in the back. It was so adorable. He said he's going to be the back person so that you're enveloped between the two of us. Now, do you think Dr. Khalila Camacho Ali, being Muhammad Ali's wife, do you think she's gotten a present or two in her life?
Yes.
Yes, all over the world. What did she do the first thing? She opened the book. She found her picture. And she looked at the page. I said, we put the whole story. But after she did that, she read what I wrote to her. And then she got tears in her eyes, Dr. Nee. Then she turned to the back and saw that Dr. Jim had written back there. And he goes, people that have your back both ways are friends, colleagues, forever. And she said, I'm with the right team. And you see, it's that coordination. See, Renee was your front woman. I'm your back woman. It's just how it works. And that truly epitomizes. I want you to just go in for just a moment and tell us this beautiful quote. And I'll put your site up in just a minute. I just wanted to put this up because it just resonated with me the first time you said it. Tell us the background of spirits always seek joy in ways to express love.
I was meditating in Monterey, actually, at the Spiritual Awakening Center. And it just came to me when I was toward the end of my meditation. I just downloaded that. And I thought, what a true statement. It's such a universally true statement, because why do we do what we do, right, Dr. Jodi? Why do you write? Why do you do this show? It's a way of us to express our love to one another. And, why do we want to do certain things? Because we want to enjoy life and to seek this feeling, the sense of joy and well-being. And that's why I feel like we need to be grounded and remember that we're here for this, not for anything else. We got lost in this stressful world and life, and we forgot.
Oh, and I just, to me, and you have a way of just doing these amazing things. That's just you. It's your Zen one. Amazing things, you mind-blowing things. And then you'll just, and I did 26 years of medical, preparing for this. And I had a second language and I had to do this in the second language. And then I went to medical school and then I cured myself of a chronic disease and go, whoa, wait a minute. I mean, that's what humble, phenomenal healers do. And I remember when you said that quote to me, it just came, to me in meditation is like, 'tis nothing. Well, we're going to give Renee Brown her due here in just a moment. We're going to give, as being one of the proud sponsors of Health-A-Pedia and our show, we are going to give her just a little snippet. Take a look, take a listen to the reason that we're even on this show today is because of Renee Brown from Medical Mindshare. Take a look, take a listen.
From the well-known brands of Next Level Recovery and Sober Living Properties, Michael and Renee Brown present Medical Mindshare. Medical Mindshare has been designed to deliver integrative care and precision medicine throughout the community. Discover a more personalized path to wellness. Some people might ask, why is integrative care up and coming medically? Our answer is that integrative care can be tailored to your specific needs and goals. Integrative care considers mindfulness as a modality and many other alternative therapies amongst traditional medicine. Another feature of Medical Mindshare is enhanced recovery and rapid healing. It's always at the forefront of our mind so that you can experience accelerated healing and a reduction of symptoms. Contact us today to schedule a consultation.
Well, she's just another one of those healers, the one percenters, but a one percenter once again. You came to me with this idea of a book and you said, I need help. And I've just got to say before we get into your naked health, number one, I love the title. And what better thing to say after the first of the year, after the normal person, just like COVID-19, gains 19 pounds between Halloween and New Year's. Let's just get ready for and get naked with Naked Health. So are you ready to give the world your debut, your take on Naked Health? I mean, my goodness gracious. I mean, I know that you had a special, and I'm just going to put it up here because this just looks beautiful. Look at it in its glory. It just, you've got to be so proud of seeing this for the first time on TV. How does that feel, Dr. Niti?
I'm very proud, and thank you, Dr. Jody, for making this happen, and Kathy Strauss for designing this magnificent and gorgeous cover. I'm so honored and thankful for that contribution of the team.
A team. So now we're going to get naked, and I think we need to say it with our social media guru as well, a couple more team members in there that you'll see the presence with certainly Laura Ibarra from her creative bit with social media, and Michael Bees with Atlas Publishing. You'll be seeing more of them and how your book will continue, just like ours has with The Essence of a Woman, to continue on and getting into the hands of people way beyond your Amazon bestseller and all. But I think Naked Health, let's just talk and let's get naked, shall we? Let's talk about where do I want to start? I want to start, where did you get the name, first of all?
Well, first, let me thank Laura also for the Zoom background. She designed this, okay? The name came because I want something to wake people up, because I was pretty much in my own ignorance coma before I was awakened to the realization of lifestyle is the ultimate way for well-being, right? And I feel like people have so many barriers to get well. People feel like this is hard, this is confusing. There's so much information out there, and I feel like we need to strip down these obstacles, these barriers to get you well. So, and that's why I feel like we're peeling the layers of these things that prohibit you to be your best, healthiest, authentic self. That's why I thought of the word naked also, to be a little bit more provocative so that it catch your attention. Because a lot of time we just like continuing to do our, just like I did, whatever we did that we thought it was okay, and causing problem, but didn't realize it was by our own, ignorance. Or if we would pay a little bit more attention for something that can make you better and your life can extend a long way, because I study also Blue Zone for people that live the longest on the planet. So all these things that I learned, come together like a delicious smoothie, like the milkshake that Dr. Jody showed.
This was your milkshake moment. Yes, that was your milkshake moment. But people ask me, why did you pick a milkshake? Well, if I would have called it the smoothie moment, it wouldn't catch their attention, like Naked Health. I did it for a reason. So, getting naked in there. And I think that you talk so much like you did in your Divine Feminine chapter in the Essence of a Woman. You go into the chakras, and if you see it up here really close, I'm going to put it up here again. See what she did to peeling off. See, it just unzippers. So let's just give one tip to unzipper this. You said many, many times, you said empowering yourself is the key to your kingdom. So what's a way that you teach your patients how to empower themselves?
I've discovered a new way. I always, thankful again, also for my patients and the family, and they actually teach me every day. I learn something from my patients and the family. I learned that when I compare them to, you realize that your body is such a magnificent machine. It's very sophisticated, very smart, have a lot of intelligence. Think about your mom and your dad's cell become this. It's very complex and sophisticated. So your body's super intelligent. And you, the big boss, you are like the CEO, or I call the queen of the queendom, or the king of the kingdom. Then you own your body. You the big boss who decide how you're going to live your life, what you're going to put into your mouth. And once I say it like that, I think a lot of people got it. That it's like, I'm not like a victim of circumstances. I have the power to change things, and couple with the knowledge of epigenetics that, the taste bud change every 7 to 8 days, and the environment is 80% compared to your gene, whatever your parents or ancestors gave you. Therefore, once you said you are the CEO, you're the big boss, you decide, what you want to put in, what you want to avoid, then they kind of get it and they own it. And then they take initiative and be in their own power. It's like you snap it into place. Now they do it. Now they have a very dedicated and alignment. They have alignment with their own higher power, which I believe we all do, or you can call inner being.
That alignment is a zipper. The alignment is a zipper. And I love your subtitle, Health Hacks for Happiness, Vitality, and Lifespan. It just comes so together. But and I was just thinking, think about it, that you've got 229 pages. That in and of itself is phenomenal. And I think in numerology, if you put it together, that 229 comes up to 3, which is your divine, your Trinity. So I think where you're at, I want to talk about chapter 3, Body of Wisdom. Just give me one, because I got to buy the book. You can go ahead and get your pre-launch right here and right now. What's that Body of Wisdom? What is one little milkshake moment that you can share about that?
Well, just like we mentioned before, that the body is super intelligent. You have to be the big boss, the CEO, and decide, how you're going to help your crew, 100 trillion cells do the right thing for your company, right? Or your kingdom or queendom. So by being mindful of what you put into your body and utilizing the awesome program that I designed based on this, making person be more conscious, because once you are conscious and you align, you cannot be unconscious.
Absolutely.
You cannot go back.
You can never go back. And how you go into this in chapter 8. This is the science of longevity, the possibilities, a fun span. You have such a cute way with words. So just tell us, what is your definition of a fun span?
Because I believe that we don't just want to live longer, right? It's not just to drag our body along, just to say, okay, I don't want to die yet. It's not that. You want to live, and you want to live well. The life that you're expanding, the time that you're expanding, which by the way could be a decade or longer compared to if you don't follow this, right? That can be super simple by just adjusting some lifestyle like that. We have tips in the book, right? You got to read it. and
Right.
to realize that those years that you're going to expand is going to be the time that you're going to be enjoying your life. You're not just going to live and that have to go to this doctor appointment, that doctor appointment, or have pain, have this problem, don't have energy to enjoy. Nope, you're going to be kicking it. You should be having energy. You should be having a very good health in general and have a balance.
And you can. Okay, I want to just hit on one other thing, chapter 12. That a new divinely sexy and fun, and you spelled fun, FUNN. What was that all about?
Because I like having fun, right? I work with kids all
But it's
day.
spelled FUNN. Was that a typo that your publisher didn't catch, or was that supposed to be there?
I just want to emphasize the energy of the fun, that we're really having fun.
And energy. You feel her energy. So, and I'm going to answer this piece. People end up going ahead and having a book, but the fact that you wrote a companion book, so there are action steps, just like our Health-A-Pedia. You were meant to be our next Health-A-Pedia Elite solo author, because every single one of our chapters here has an action step at the end, so you can come away with the action steps, so you'll know how people can do something. Like I just penned Dr. Glenn Depty, focus on improving your pillars of health, take hormone assessments, and then your function, because he's a happy hormone doctor. How amazing is that? So what can 4 quick things that the reader can expect? And you can go to Dr. DOCTORNITI. She spelled doctor up because she's got that board certified blah 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 blah. She deserves to spell it all the way out. So Dr. Niti, what are 2 things that people can expect about your book?
Well, just like Dr. Jody shared, that we want to create result, right? We don't want just, most of the time you read the book, each page, and then you end up the same way before you start, right? Here we have action steps, and then we have companion bonus, which help the companion guide help with the action steps in terms of manifestation of the result. I want you to have result.
And results, just like our Dame Doria just said, health is wealth. Our Money and You sponsor that's coming up just in a minute. Thank you, Dame Doria, for that comment. It's really true. You're going to get results. Health is your wealth. Then you can go on and do something to make sure. And I will just say, you've made it easy. And when something is easy, you're going to do it. So in honor of Dame Doria just gracing our listening audience here and our TV watching audience, I just want to share with you that, to me, one of our great sponsors, but she's a great human being, always wanting to help humanity. And make sure you check out. She will be with the next Money and You. It will be in San Diego, California, January 15th through 18th, 2025. And just reach out to me to get the code so that you can get a discount. We all like a discount. You can reach out to me at drjodie.com. I spell it just DR. I don't have as many board certifieds as you do, Dr. Niti. So it's drjodee.com. But you can also go ahead and not only do that, but then hit the button and say yes to yourself. Your future self will help you with this. So let's just take a list and take just an amazing time with the one and only Dame Doria Cordova of Money and You.
Money and You is the longest running entrepreneurial, experiential, transformational training in the world. And we have been impacting the lives of over 200,000 graduates from over 85 countries since 1979. I am Doria Cordova and I own Money and You. And I would like to invite you to join us to the next program where you will have an opportunity to be with a group of people that will all be immersed in experiential games where you have an opportunity to clear any blocks that you may have to really creating wealth and doing good. But at the same time, learn the business success model, which really immerses you into a conversation about leverage. Leverage is key in creating wealth and doing good. And we have the results to show that this program works. People like Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Ben Cohen of Ben and Jerry's, and many others have attended this program and changed their lives and created new industry and are some of the most well-known change makers in the world. Thank you. Aloha. Bye-bye.
So I really look forward to seeing us. I know Niti is going to be going. We're going to have a great time there, and just go to the and take a screenshot of this referral code. And Dame Doria just said she just sent in another comment, not just a discount, but a big discount. We like to save money. So you can get a big discount on day to just go and be with us at Money and You. Just be a part of this movement that this 1%er that we're just being a little bit better every single day in every way. What a great way to start your eyes would say you're part of just doing this by starting out with Naked Health and then going to Money and You. There we go. So I think in the last few minutes, I would really like you to share. And then, you'll be back on that Monday before your book launch on the 11th. And we'll be doing the mental part of Naked Health. And that's why I left that out, Dr. Niti, because I really want you to go ahead and leave that out for Mindset Monday. So we've got a date in January too. But I think just share what your future self, as Dave Doria talked about it, what is your future self looking like for Dr. Niti?
Can I share one thing about the health is the greatest wealth?
Yes, absolutely. We've got 3 minutes yet. That's good.
I recently, just actually a few days ago, my previous co-worker was telling me about her family situation because her husband got recently diagnosed with diabetes. So now she had to go back to work because they're not doing well financially because he cannot work as much because of his diagnosis and disease. So, first I felt a little sad when I heard that. But then that's why I do what I do, because I know that when your health is not the best, not only you're not enjoying your life, it could disturb your income and your family well-being as well. So this is big, that we are doing to help family prevent all these problems. And that's why I see my future. I would love to be on the Holistic Health Show. I want to produce the show.
Well, guess what? I know a channel and I know somebody could sponsor you and mentor you. So just think about it. We've got our own Health-A-Pedia channel. There's room for you, Dr. Niti. Come on. Let's just come on. And look what Dame Doria said in her last comment. That's just her. And congratulations for the book launch. Now, how is that the start? I mean, doesn't that just give
San Diego?
What's that?
I'm going to San Diego with Laura.
Yes, we're gonna meet together and do our thing. Yes. Oh, and you mean you don't want to see me there?
Oh, I didn't know that you're going. Because Laura invited me.
Exactly. So no, we're doing it together because that's what people do. I mean, truly, Dame Doria's Money and You is one of those things. You get Naked Health, get naked the first year, finish up with Money and You. You absolutely will have an amazing time. So just know that there's room for that on the Health-A-Pedia channel. And let's just decide that we're going to have more fun because we were designed in that divine feminine to have fun. I was looking at a quote and is, yes, and Dame Dory, she's having fun over there. It's a party, and if you want to have fun, so you got to come join our party. There's a doubt about it. But I was looking at this quote from the princess, from The Essence of a Woman, and I was just thinking, this is so you. But think about it. What else we're going to be doing? We're going to be going to New York in February. We're going to be on did you ever think you would see yourself on the TKTS board at Times Square? Is that just, how do you feel about elevating your message to that level, Dr. Niti? You're going to have this book on page 69 with your beautiful book. You're going to have this in one hand and Naked Health in the other. How about that?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Can I say the quote from Thomas Edison from 1903? Edison was actually saying the doctor of the future will be focusing on the human frame and the prevention, not to give people medicine. So,
and that is
basically it's a lifestyle.
And guess what? The doctor of the future is now here with Dr. Niti and Naked Health. And I want to close and just share this. And this was from the Princess Marathi. And when we think about this quote, this is so you. Within each woman is the desire to give joy to others, to live her dreams and love with all her heart. That kind of power rekindles hope, inspires faith, and keeps the spirit alive within each of us. Dr. Niti, you have done this right here and right now in making this message, birthing this new baby. So now you've got a new child coming up in the world in your book. This message resounds so with me. It's going to resound with just people throughout the globe. And just so mark your calendars, January 11th. And I love this because you wanted 11 because it's the angel number. Because guess what, Niti? I might be a little partial, but you just sort of kind of are an angel, not only to your patients, to those that know you, to me, being a part of being the publisher of this epic and amazing book, but then to know that you're sharing this message with others in the world. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for just being that healing soul that decided, I want more from medicine. I want more, want more. There is more in store, and just wait, because of you in Naked Health, we're all going to thrive in 2025. Thank you, Niti, so much. Namaste. So mark your calendars for Naked Health, January 11th, for sure. But we're having a double header, Thursday and Friday. There were some technical issues with StreamYard. And so we needed to move my milkshake moments, talking about embracing stress. That's what we're going to do on a special noon hour of Life's Milkshake Moments tomorrow, Friday at noon Eastern Time, 9 Pacific. And then Monday, we're going to hear how the C-suite, the C-suite boss babe, manages it all, from Trisha Ben, the largest networking organization in America. Trisha Ben, Mindset Monday, is going to be our guest. And then we follow up with the end of the season. Can you believe that 2024 is complete with Dr. Jacqueline Mohair, CEO and founder of the Trinity Business School. And she is going to talk about emotional intelligence. Publisher, philanthropist, you name it, she's it. So that's what we're going to do on the 19th, 6 p.m. in Life's Milkshake Moment. But I want to thank Dr. Niti again. I'm just going to put her book up one more time. Isn't it just wonderful? Remember, we're going to get naked with Dr. Niti, but we're going to learn how to manage those emotions and embrace stress tomorrow, noon Eastern Time, 9 Pacific. So as we know that life is like a milkshake, choose your ingredients wisely. And when you do, life will be oh so sweet. And so now, and each and every day, just make it a great Health-A-Pedia kind of day. Ciao for now. There is hope.
woman up.